Welcome back, guys, to another episode here with me, Fish and Jay. I'm actually currently in my garage swinging the camera around to find the best angle for you. And I'm actually going to go ahead and attempt to build a deck. I guess we'll call this part one of how to build a deck in a mini bass boat out of a V-Haul U-boat? I don't know. So stay tuned. So, as you can see before, my previous video, went ahead and purchased a boat here. 14-foot aluminum fishing boat. Came with an outboard motor, trolling motor as well. It's got 3 seats, so one seat there, the other there, the other there. It originally came with a deck there and a carpeted seat that went on top of there, but I took those off. I've got probably about 2 plans in mind that I want to go with to attempt to go ahead and make this somewhat of a bass boat per se, but I will go over those with you here shortly. Do got some other stuff I got to take care of for the trailer. I've got to replace 2 tires, got to do a wheel bearing, and that's about it. But I'm actually going to go ahead and show you the 2 kind of plans I have as far as an idea for building that deck boat, I guess. Deck boat? John boat? Who knows? I also got a lot of inspiration watching others online and on YouTube, looking at Tiny Boat Nation. I want to throw them out there. Got a lot of ideas from there. But most importantly, I wanted to figure out and think what I have, which I believe the beam is only 48 inches or 52 inches. I don't remember. I've got to go measure it. But I wanted to mainly buy this boat so I can take Kathy, Anna, and Ayla, as well as myself, out fishing. So I want to make sure that there's going to be enough space for seating, as well as enough space for fishing. Now, if they don't come, and it's me, Alan, Alex, and Jeremy, and Luke, and Jordan, or my uncles and whatnot, we go fishing, then I also want to make sure it's enjoyable for all of us, because having a bigger deck, which I'll show you in either Plan 1 or Plan 2, will definitely give us that, more storage and all that good stuff. But the second design that I'm thinking of will probably have the most amount of cargo space, well, passenger space per se. I also got to double check, I believe it's a 4-person, maybe 5-person boat. So let's take a look at what I've got here planned. Alright, so I got here my little drawing pad. Well, not mine, but Anna's drawing pad that she got for Christmas. We're going to go ahead and call this one the Plan A for the design. So I got here, the only thing in the boat that I can't change is the fact that the previous owner, or the owner before him, cut the rear seat, so there's some open space here. And I'll show you that in this screenshot right here. So picking up right back there is, as you noticed, it's got kind of that funky space that I'm gonna have to do something with. He put foam and wood in there. The wood's kind of all dry rotted, so I'm not really too sure what I want to do. Maybe put like a sheet of metal to cover, rivet it closed. Maybe I might just leave it for the year and worry about it next year, which is probably what's gonna happen. We've got the seat back there, and it's got a little divider as well. I believe that divider's for like a battery, as well as the external gas can or something like that, or extra supplies. But it's a little divider. It's part of the boat, and I'm not going to worry about anything like that. If you do know what the actual term is of that, please comment it down low. I know nothing about boats, so if you think you're going to roast me for it, by all means roast me for it, because I don't know anything about boats, and you're going to help me learn in the long run. Plan A is going to be for more seating, okay? Plan A should be more seating. Plan B is going to be more storage, more compartments and stuff like that. What I was thinking was using by the first beam here, start the deck down here, all the way to the edge. So start the deck here, and build it this way. Now my original plan is to bed liner the floor here, bed liner all here, and back here. I was thinking about using bed liner as more of traction. You know, when there's wetness, of course, I don't want people to be slipping around. You're walking from one side to one side, stepping over one side, you slip, fall over the boat, anything like that. So, I'm bed linering the floor. I have the seat here. And I'm thinking for seats, just going with regular plywood and carpeting, just on top, just like the deck. Now up here on the plan A would be the deck system. I'll have a trolling motor here. Outboard's going to be in the back. Now, as far as the deck system goes, what I could do theoretically, right, is cut open a hole here. And what I would put here is mainly a gas compartment, right? Gas compartment, or I split it up and I do a gas here and the battery here for the trolling motor. So I do 2 compartments, right? There and there. Sorry, the drawing's all sloppy already and there's no way for me to erase other than to erase the whole thing. But I'll just go ahead and do that. So if this was the front half of the plan A, and this is looking from the deck forward, okay? So this was originally the seats, right in that area. Well, we'll make it here because it's more realistic with all the space up there because there's not that much space. I can split 2 compartments here. Got the trolling motor right here. I can do one for the gas. It's there. Battery right there. I'll have a deeper storage spot here that I can either A, go with one big one, or B, which I might do, is just 2 kind of medium-sized ones, right? So I can do storage there. I definitely want one smaller, shallow one, which that one I can put for my car keys, cell phone, camera. Right behind that, I do want to make another smaller one. Switch panel, fuse panel, you know, in case, I should probably run a fuse for that as well for the trolling motor. So I'll probably actually just make that like a fuse box instead of a switch box. Actually, no, I do want to switch. That's right, because the boat did come with one bilge pump. What I do want to do is, in the back of the boat, now of course you'll be able to see the water, the drain plug is a little higher, yada yada yada. Up front though, if I built this deck, I'm not going to be able to get to water that's underneath there if it seeps within the sides, because of course it might not be perfect. So what I do want to run there is, if this was the boat, right, and I have water down in here and I got the deck system up top here and I got water down here, what I want to do is I want to mount that bilge pump down here, run it to the switch panel up here, and figure out a way to get that water back out, and probably pouring out from the side here. That way, if there's any water that goes there, I can easily get it all drained out. On this side here, what I do want to do, and I seen one guy do it on Tiny Boat Nation, he used a bungee cord strap here, and then one in the back down on, at the end of the deck here. Now what that was for was so he can run and carry 3 or 4 rods with him and hold them down securely, which is perfect because I was thinking of where we're going to put these rods. It's perfect. Figured that all right there is the Plan A seating. So the shallower boat deck, more space to go along with being able to sit more comfortably during the ride to these spots. Now, going over to Plan B is so my plan for the deck would be, of course, to have the seat down here, the back seat, do nothing with that in the outboard motor, as well as the trolling motor, keep all that the same. Have the 1 seats in front of me, or in front of the rear seats, and the rest of it's going to be the complete deck. So this space right here, it's going to translate into 2 larger containers, or storage boxes, right? Right down there. Also, in the actual seat, I would probably put the gas can, put most of the weight kind of in the middle, in the center of the boat. That way, it's not too front heavy or back heavy. So these would probably realistically be more centered, more up a little bit higher. I would probably have to cut into that seat in order to put. Then up top, I've got the front section, which I can put a bigger, another deeper portion there, and I can put life jackets, more storage. Ultimately, you know, at the end of the day, more storage. I'll get my one shallow one and one fuse panel. Little boxes there. I can also probably put another shallow one right down there. And then of course, my rods. Put the rods right down there. So it's essentially the same concept as far as how I want to do it. Now the only difference of course is going to be the distance of the deck. Do I want to have only floor here? The only other seating will have to be sitting here, facing me. Which is not a bad idea. That way you don't get all the water in your face and stuff like that. Plan B deck. But at the end of the day, the boat is essentially for me and the family. Plans so I think plan A might have to be the one that's going to go with. Well, let me know in the comments what you think I should do. You know, if you think you have one opinion over the other, maybe I don't do a deck and I just keep it simple and just fish out of it, which is not a bad idea as well. At the end of the day, I still will bed liner the flooring though, just because I want that traction. You know, I don't want it to be slipping around if someone's wearing their shoes or slippers and slip and stuff like that. You know, I don't want any accidents like that to happen. So either way, those were my two plans that I kind of had in my head. Thanks again for watching this quick little video. I hope yeah, thanks again for watching. Peace.